There we go. Okay, that did work. Hi. I'm playing around with some stuff, y'all. So we are back now. My cheesecake has come out of the oven. Look at how beautiful that is. I had a little funkiness going on with the crust. So I don't know if that was because of the ginger snaps. I've never had that happen before. But, I'm just going to warn you now, it should probably be all right. But, put it on a pan with, some foil. My cleaning lady's going to have a nice time when she comes Tuesday to clean. So anyway, so the cheesecake has come out of the oven. I actually ended up cooking it for, I actually cooked it for an hour. So you want to cook it just until the center is a little jiggly. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to shake it too much because I don't want to, I don't want to mess it up. But when I make my cheesecakes, one of the things that I do is, this isn't it. This isn't finished. What you do is you add you mix up 1 cup of sour cream, and I add a little bit of like a teaspoon of, again, pure vanilla extract. And then you want to add in I put a 1/4 cup of sugar in there. Seems to me like when I used to make this years and years and years ago, it was 1/2 cup, but I measured out 1/2 cup and it looked like too much, so I reduced it to a 1/4 cup. Because cheesecakes are not supposed to be, super, super, super sweet. Excuse me. So you also want, one of the other things is you also want your sour cream to be, at room temperature, because that way you want to get it. And actually, let me get my, I'm going to get a whisk. Oh, y'all bear with me. So what you want to do is you want it to be at room temperature so that it is spreadable, because we're going to take this and we're going to pour it all over the top of this cheesecake, and then we're going to put it back in the oven for about 5 to 8 minutes. That's it, because you just want to let it, I don't know, do whatever it does. It's just what you do. So then I'm going to try to move this back so you can see, or maybe I'll move this back a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to pour it all over the top of this cheesecake. My pumpkin cheesecake. And then I know you all who watch me, you know that one of my favorite, like I said, I'm not a gadget person, but I do have some favorites that I use. And just give me 1 minute. This is my favorite tool, is a back spatula. And this is great when you're frosting cakes and whatnot, because you can go in here and we want to spread this out evenly all the way to the edges. Ooh, baby. I have Christmas music on in the background. You guys can't hear it. It's Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you. Oh, anyway. Just make sure the back spatula is wonderful, because it really helps you to, and if you go around just try to make it even. as even as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the one thing I loved about my baking, because I made everything from scratch, and it was okay if there were some little imperfections here and there, because in my opinion, that let people know that it was homemade. Not homemade, home. Oh, for some of our friends, they'll get that one. Not homemade, home with an M. Homemade, homemade. All right, so it looks good. Good enough for me. And so then, like I said, we're going to put this baby back in the oven and let it cook for... That's going to be perfect. So we're going to put it back in the oven for about 5 to 8 minutes. And then we are going to take it out, and it pretty much is going to look just like this. Pretty much going to look just like this when you take it out. But because you just want the sour cream to set. But when you take it out of the oven, you let it cool, okay, at room temperature. Let it cool at room temperature, and then you can then put it in the refrigerator. Leave it in the pan and put it in the refrigerator. Let it sit overnight. Cover it with some plastic wrap, and or a plate, or whatever. If you have some of those gripper lids, you could use those too. But then you're going to let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow I'll come back and we will unmold it and we will top it. And that's when we get to the praline part. All right. So have a great night, everybody, and I'll be back tomorrow. And this is not going off.